The Mamata Banerjee government in West Bengal has ordered a CID investigation into the Midnapore blast case. That's the latest that we are getting. This move came after a political blame game began over the blast which killed 11 people. The Bharatiya Janata Party has compared the blast to the Bardhaman blast and sought an investigation by the National Investigation Agency. Bengal BJP President Rahul Sinha has reacted on this Pingla blast incident, and this blast allegedly took place at the house of a local Trinamool Congress leader. Locals say that the explosion led to a massive fire that gutted the entire factory. Several bodies have been recovered by locals in this area. Most of the workers in the factory were migrant laborers from Purulia. Locals allege that crude bombs were being manufactured at this factory. The premises, owned by a local TMC leader, Rajan Methi, has now been taken into custody by the Bengal police. Headlines today's Indrajit Kundu now joins us with the latest. Indrajit, you're at ground zero. What more can you tell us?
Well, Gaurav, to give you a sense on the ground, this firecracker factory, which locals claim is an illegal factory, was operating out of a thickly populated area. It was located right in the middle of several houses, and these are all thatched roof houses that we are talking about. Now, this house, the one in which the firecracker factory was being operated out of, is the house of local TMC leader Ranjan Maiti. Now, he had fled that spot, but later on he was arrested from a nearby area under the Pingla police station, and it was operated by another person called Ram Maiti. He had taken it on rent from Ranjan Maiti. Unfortunately, there were around 20 people who were working in that factory when this blast took place. Now, we can say that at least 12 people have died. Now, most of these bodies could not have been identified so far. 6 people are critically injured and they have been admitted in the local government hospital. The entire area was charred beyond recognition. There was a vehicle that was parked in that area, possibly which had explosives in it too, and that has also been damaged and completely charred. The intensity of the explosion could be gauged from the fact that locals say that body parts of the deceased were strewn in and around the area, and even in some of the higher branches of the trees which are located in that entire area. So a lot of curiosity, a lot of panic in this entire area, even as politics plays out. The government, of course, Mamata Banerjee, has now ordered a CID probe. The police is extremely tight-lipped in this area, in the district. But locals claim that this factory has been operating for the past 2 years, that they have submitted written complaint with the local police station that this factory be removed, and the fact that this person who was running this factory operated this factory around 5 kilometers away, and it was only recently 2 years back when he had shifted the factory to this village. And in spite of the repeated pleas with the police, no action was initiated, and some say perhaps the police was hand in glove with the factory. The authorities were running the factory, and they also had probably had the shelter of the ruling party here.
Okay, now what more can you tell us about this area? What kind of crackers were being manufactured here? They say it was a local cracker factory, but what are initial reports from ground suggesting, and not just people in the neighborhood? Police investigations, has that led to something? What about local intelligence reports?
Well, what we are gathering from our sources on the ground, as well as speaking to so many locals out here who have been lining that entire spot ever since last night. They are telling us that the cracker factory was operating for the past 2 years, and they are also saying that it was not just plain simple crackers that are used in various festivals across the country, but they also presume that perhaps there were crude bombs which were also being manufactured in this area. And Gaurav, as you know, the crude bomb is something which is very common in the political discourse of West Bengal, because time and again we have seen such crude bomb explosions taking place in various places. We have just seen the civic elections being concluded in 91 municipalities across Bengal, and in a run-up to which there were several crude bomb blasts. So crude bombs are generally used in, area capture as well as in bitter turf war that we generally see between the ruling dispensation and the opposition parties. So the locals allege here that perhaps the crude bombs were also stored in large numbers, and that's the reason why we had seen such a huge and massive explosion that took place in this area, which has gutted the entire premises completely beyond recognition.
Keep tracking that story, Indrajit. I will come back to you for more. What we are also being told is that now there is a demand.